Alrighty, we're back for game two. Unfortunately, this is a really unimpressive hand. I'm going to play the Assassin because it has the best effect at level 2, which will let us be a little more aggressive later. Yeah, wish I had had one or two of these cards at player rank 1. Alright, Succubus is certainly good. Frankenbaum is a bit less concerning. I think the Predator is probably the best. It's either War Charger or Predator that I throw there. I think I'll throw the War Charger here. Throw Predator here so it can go eat Frankenbaum if I want to. I was also tempted to throw Predator here and Matrix Warden it, just so it would be very likely to pick up the trade. However, Succubus does get to just eat Matrix Warden in response, so it's not necessarily as impressive. I think that this is the most solid all-around play. Alright, these are certainly good cards to see. Don't really care about Deathseeker that much, despite the fact that it beats the Assassin. Alright, Corpse Crawler is certainly a good creature. Strong play. Okay, so unfortunately, I don't have anything that really handles the Corpse Crawler very well. I will move War Charger here because it will survive. Predator here, similarly. Beta handles the Succubus very well. So, which of these? Hungering Strike is a little bit tempting just because it will can shrink the Frankenbaum enough that the Predator is stronger. But I don't think it's that worth dealing with, worrying about right now. Glutton's pretty reasonable answer to Corpse Crawlers if I level it up. But again, I think I'll just keep playing War Chargers. It's really hard to turn that down. So, alright, nothing quite great at letting me take out the Crawler with the Predator, unfortunately. So, yeah, I was going to say something will probably just die to kill the Predator, which is perfectly fine. Predator's doing its thing. Alright, this is a very strong way played by my opponent. I think actually Call the Weak is fine here. I'm taking a ton of damage from the Corpse Crawler, though. Let me see. I could Force Field to stay alive, or I could Touch of Blight. I think Call the Weak is probably worth it to keep my beta alive. Plus, it'll help me push through some damage later. So the question is, what do I do here? I think I'm going to throw the Witch there. Push through damage. And then I think I will go ahead and sacrifice the War Charger to the Corpse Crawler. This just lets me level up creatures over the Blight Touch or whatever it's called. That would have been alright, but I could have also waited for level 2 to try and draw a better answer to Corpse Crawler, but I wouldn't really have gotten one here. I guess Call the Weak would have been a perfectly okay answer. My opponent does not get to level up the Guardian, which is fine, or which is good for me. Alright, my opponent actually has a ton of Frankenbaums. That's interesting. Alright. Nothing here is too amazing. So I think I'm just going to level up these cards. Again, I don't really have anything that takes hits well from Neko Slime, so I'm just going to play the others. I need to keep an eye out for my opponent's inevitability, and I need to make sure that I can keep up at least as much pressure back. So I will do that. I need to be aware of the... Alright, yeah. Again, very strong plays. Probably a War Charger in either of these two places. I think I'll throw it over here. And Predator here. This is fine. Not amazing. We're at least keeping up. Okay. Drew again some reasonable cards. Assassin is good at level 2. don't... I could also leave the Assassin just because this level 2 is fine at playing rank 3 and up. But... we'll see. Wow. It's interesting seeing my opponent play so many Frankenbombs. I guess I've given my opponent the opportunity to do so without punishment, but it's certainly interesting to see. Alright. My War Charger's going to get through for some damage. I could play either of these creatures in front of the Frankenbomb to take it out. Yeah, I think I want to keep the damage off, unfortunately. So I think I want to play my creatures that will survive it. I will, however, push through the damage with the War Charger because it's trading 9 for 4, which is reasonable. And we're keeping up. It's just... Alright, the Witch will kill 4 less. Okay, so that'll at least kill the Huntress. Which makes me a bit happier with my play there. These aren't really the cards I want to draw. Yeah, okay, so that kills the Spirit. Or that kills the War Charger, I mean. Alright, Deathseeker will trade. We will keep getting through with 9. I could force the trade early, but that doesn't really do anything. So I'll play the Witch. I'll also play the Glutton. I think, again, that little bit of inevitable damage is too important. Alright, so I'm content with that. Alright, War Charger and Beta is fine. Witch is actually not bad. That'll kill, what, probably 7? Yeah. We will see what my opponent plays, but there are plenty of things with 7 that I could see throwing in front of. Alright. So many Frankenbombs. My opponent's deck is pretty amazing. I love it. Alright, so we are continuing to keep up. There aren't... My opponent does not have a 7. I think I'm going to play the Beta, despite being slightly less good. Just the fact that it has its level 3 that can help close out the game is nice. So we still continue to stay pretty even. Alright. Unfortunately, this draw is not a great turn. We'll see. Obviously, I'm content to see the Glutton. Even a level behind. But... Alright. Maybe I'll throw a Fellwalker or something in front of that. Or that. Alright, so Glutton over here. Get my damage. Okay, I think the Fellwalker just to kill a creature and stick around is fine. I thought about moving the War Charger a bit. Just threatening that damage is nice. Making my opponent block it. Which is still hard to do well. Like, yeah, that's fine, but it still costed my opponent a card, and I can still move in front of the Frankenbomb and trade. Alright. The life gain is fine, but it's much less relevant here. Okay, I think my best bet is Matrix Warden to trade with the Frankenbomb and pump the zombie. It would be nice to push through the extra damage, but it's certainly nice to keep my opponent's board clear. With all of the inevitable damage my opponent has, just keeping my opponent from getting through much extra is very important. And we're doing fine on life. That extra couple damage isn't likely to make as much a difference as just killing my opponent's creature. This hand is fine. Again, it's not amazing. Alright, the Frankenbomb is strong for my opponent. You know, level 3 creatures tend to be. So this is -4. That will trade. So will the Glutton, however, and the Glutton has the inevitable, the extra damage. I could also Matrix Warden and trade with a Matrix Warden. I think I want the Glutton, and I don't think there are that many things that can keep my opponent's creature alive, so I think I'm just gonna play it this way. If my opponent pumps the Frankenbomb with the Huntress or something... Oh, that was lethal. I didn't stop to do math. Alright, so we managed to beat the Super Doctor deck, which, you know, is awesome to win, but that deck was really cool, so it's fun to see. Alright, I'll be back in the next round.